Shalom guys, and welcome to a new daily vlog here with the Butlers. I am so happy that you clicked on this video and allowed us in your home for another Wednesday video. Let's get into it. So today is November 1st, and we are really getting into the thick of fall, heading our way into winter. So today I put on this super colorful and cozy sweater because the temperatures are dropping here in New Orleans. And I got this sweater for actually $3 at the Goodwill. So I'm super happy and I feel comfortable doing my housework in this sweater because I did not pay a lot for it. And it's still total vibes. I put a bow in my hair so that I can feel well put together. And now we're going to get started with making our bed. Do you make your bed every day or just sometimes? Comment below. Now, currently we have a beddie on our bed, so it makes it super easy to make the bed every morning. I'm not saying that I do make my bed every morning, but when I do feel motivated to do so, this beddie makes it super easy because you just zip it up and fluff your pillows. Now, a lot of times when I'm doing my house duties, I'm normally thinking about something. I normally have something going on in my head, and actually I can work my way through those thoughts while I do my duties, because now that I'm doing the voiceover for this video, I can remember what I was thinking about. And that is the fact it is November 1st, and I have a lot of things, my household, my husband, all of us, we have a lot of things we want to accomplish in this month. And I know that with the Most High's guidance and grace, and they're all going to come true. So I'm super excited about it. All right, so the bed is all made up. Let's head into the kitchen and get this day started. So I cooked some beef ribs yesterday, so it's time to clean out the crock pot and put it away. And then we're going to actually get started. Now, normally I try to clean the kitchen before the next day, but I was so tired last night, I just did not get to it. And guess what, mamas? That is okay. You know why? Because them dishes ain't going nowhere. They will be there in the morning. When you get up for the next day, you can wash them dishes then. So we're going to run out water and we're going to get started with cleaning up the kitchen. So let's put on our favorite little apron so that we will not mess up our cute little clothes. And let's get to it. So as I'm washing dishes, getting the house ready for the day, I want to talk about a little bit what's been on my mind and what I'm looking to achieve in the month of November. So I know previously you guys have heard me talk about getting our house in order. That is something that's been definitely heavy on my heart, something the Most High has said, hey, I'm going to give you some more time, but get your house in order. And as I continue to hone in on that hearing from the Most High, it's not just the herbs and the pantry and stocking up on food and water and all those things. It's also what's in our heart, what's in our minds. Are we mentally able to remember the things that the Most High told us that is going to happen and what He said He's going to do for us? In those times, are we mentally able to sustain ourselves with His word? Do we know enough about his word? Do we have a good relationship with him? So if our pantry was taken away, could we still endure? So that is something that is definitely in my spirit and in my soul to continue to guide my household. As my husband continued to guide us as being the head, I like to make sure that in the home, it matches his vibes on what he's doing on the outside of the home. So let's get into that. So that's definitely a question we all can ask ourselves. We know that a time will come, no matter what it is, whether it is the Most High returning, or whether it's a hurricane, or whatever. Can and do we remember the words that he has spoken to us in the scriptures enough to be able to sustain mentally, to be able to hold our children down mentally? Are we teaching our children these things? A lot of times I try to remind myself the things that we're doing on this earth are just things. What is the bigger picture? The bigger picture is to know the Most High. And you may hear Torah in the background. She's always near. But are we keeping in mind as we finish buying the things to fill the pantry and taking trips and being on the road and doing all the things, working, trying to make money, trying to buy this, trying to buy that, trying to achieve this, trying to achieve that? Are we remembering what is really at stake as he continues to give us the breath of life? And that is living his laws, his statutes, and being a mascot for all things the Most High, all things Torah, loving our brothers and sisters, and not bickering on the little things, majoring in minors. Are we doing what's really important? Are we giving our children false hope with not really putting the Most High in their minds every day? What are we really doing? And that's what I'm thinking about as I make my coffee. I don't know if you noticed that I put a little pumpkin spice seasoning in there. Do you add spices to your coffee to give it those extra notes, those extra flavors? I do. I actually enjoy doing so. So we're going to keep making our coffee and we're going to keep this chat going. So are we doing our children a big favor and not sugarcoating things? Are we really giving them the Most High in a way that we didn't at first when we were brought up? Are we making sure that they remember that we are in the world, but we're not of the world? That we are meant to be great. And the number one thing that'll always stand to the test of time, it is being a child of the Most High and following his law, statutes, and commandments. Are we really doing that? Another thing that has definitely come to my mind for the month of November is to continue to decrease our sugar intake. And let me tell you why. Again, you guys are going to hear the children in the background. We live in an RV and they are literally right there. But we have been decreasing our sugar intake in this household from the smallest all the way up to Z. And we have noticed, this is what I noticed for me. I had totally cut sugar for about 3 weeks and I noticed a decrease in depression, a decrease in mental fog, a decrease in feeling my perspective being off, feeling like I don't have control, feeling like I'm just sad and unsatisfied. I noticed that all of those symptoms were not there. I actually had an increase in energy, natural energy, not because I took some supplement or because I drank coffee or anything like that. So I did pick back up like cinnamon rolls, biscuits, and pasta about 5 days ago. I have noticed an increase of feeling depressed again, feeling dark clouds, feeling like I can't handle it, feeling like I don't know what to think and I'm overstimulated and all that. I say that to say, guys, look, if you can try, I'm here to tell you from experience, if you can try to decrease the sugars and the processed foods that you're putting in your body for you and your children, try to do it. Because if stuff happens, you're going to need to be sane and not going through like sugar and carb withdrawals. And that's just something else, again, that's on my mind for the month of November that I'm putting out there on this video because it is something I have noticed. So I'm going to try today to not eat as much. Now, things like this definitely take self-discipline. And when you're feeding children certain things, it is hard for you not to eat it because you're preparing the food, which goes back to maybe they don't need it either, you know? And on one hand, I'm like, well, they're children. They want biscuits. They want sugar in their grits. But the taste is more important than their mental? Is the taste that they're enjoying worth the fact that they can't focus on their schoolwork because they're full of sugar? I digress. Let's take a break and enjoy our coffee. That was so yummy. All right, let's moisturize our hands because washing dishes 5,000 times a day does make your girl a little ashy. And we're going to help Tora get her shirt on. So while we help Tora get her shirt on, that is the reason why I do want the bread maker and the things that you may find on my Amazon registry, because I want to be able to make things from scratch for my family. Look, this is my thought. If we're going to eat carbs and we're going to eat bread and pastas, I want to know what's in it. I want to know what's in it because why? The Most High has given me the vision of what is making me feel depressed and what's making my children act like they can't sit down and do their work. It's the processed foods and the sugar. I know what my body is like without sugar, and it is a very heightened, amazing feeling. So that's something we all have to work on. It is very hard to do, but it's very doable with the Most High. So as you see, I got biscuits going here, but they're organic biscuits. The ingredients are very, very simple. I'm making Jeremiah a nice oatmeal with cinnamon and nutmeg. And let's get their breakfast going. Now, previously, my perspective was all about, I don't feel like I don't have time to make all this stuff from scratch. But guess what? I do have the time. The Most High has granted me nothing but time to do what needs to be done to keep my household in awesome condition. And if that means cooking from scratch, I got time today because the Most High has taken the van. He has put me in the place where all I have time to do is to make sure my household is warm, cozy, filled with the Torah, and well taken care of. Now, buying better ingredients, foods are more expensive. But guess what? The Most High going to give us the funds to pay for this. So I say all this to say, guys, all these things we say are expensive and we can't afford it and we don't have the time. And all of that is all about perspective. So, Torah. So the Most High gives you guys the time and the way. And if you don't see the way, ask him for it. He'll give it to you. All right, so we got the food pretty much done. Guys, if you see that red light is on, that is because that's a signal that we ran out of propane, which is okay until hubby gets home because we have electric ways to cook. So I'm happy that we have both options until hubby gets home and we can fill the propane tank up. All right, let's get back to my other thoughts about what I want to do better in my household for the month of November. So again, another thing that I am wanting to work on in the month of November is my growth with the Most High. Like making sure I know that voice, or I know that sign. I want to get so much closer to him. This is my thought. I'm asking him for all these things, right? I'm asking him for growth in my life. I'm asking him for a bigger RV. I'm asking him for more money so that we can better take care of ourselves. I'm asking him for, a great job that's not stressful, but to give my husband a lot of money, but make sure he come home at a decent time. I'm asking him for all these stipulations. But what am I giving? So me increasing my time with him is not too much to ask. 10 minutes a day, twice a day, instead of just once a day. I have to give more. Every relationship is give and take, and I don't care what relationship it is. So if I'm asking him for more, what am I going to give him? The Most High has created us to live by his laws, statutes, commandments, and to love him so that he can love on us. So I'm ready to open myself up more, know more about Yeshua, his footprint, how he moved, because I want to move like him, right? So I have to have a sound mind. I have to have a healthy body. I have to have a great household in order to give the Most High more of me, because I'm asking so much of him. It's only fair. one thing I do not want is for time to run out. And I did not give the Most High what he deserves, which we're all sinners and we can never give him enough, right? But I do want to try my best. And I don't want the Most High to ever say he did not know me. So I want to make sure that I increase, hey Torah, I want to make sure I increase the time and the love I give him, and then the information on him and Yeshua that I give to my children, and to fill my husband with it once he comes home every day from being out in this world every single day, all day. So that's another thing that I'm thinking about increasing in this month of November, because again, Feast of Dedication is coming up, and also we're going to look around and Passover is going to be here again, and we want to rejoice in him saving us year after year after year. All right, so at this point of the morning, the children are starting to get hungry. I do not feed them right away in the morning, because I do tell them, drink some water, get your electrolytes in, because you're not hungry. There's people that's hungry and you ain't it. So I want them to work on and learn early in life as a child, not as when they get adults, to feed your body some water first. Get it moving, and before you make it start working and digesting. So I gave Judah a quick biscuit and some water, because Judah was not going to leave me alone until I did. I'm going to try to finish up this chapter that I'm on, and then we're going to get these babies fed. All right, so I got the chapter read, and we're going to take a look outside and get a little fresh air. The sound that you hear is Torah put up the block, so we're going to let her do her thing. So I do have a whole vision of what I want my front yard to look like, but we just moved to this spot. Some of the things that I'm wanting for the front yard is on our Amazon registry, which is always in our description box below. But for now, we're going to get back in the house, feed our babies, and focus, because we got to read the rest of Ruth with them, because that's what we have been on. All right. So as the children finish their breakfast, I'm taking a quick inventory on the herbs. I love my herbs, and they really help me keep my family healthy. So as you see, some of the jars are empty. So I'm going to make a note of what I have. I'm going to go onto the website I ordered them from. I'm going to put them in my cart. I'm going to see what it comes to. That way I know how to budget when I can order the herbs for the month of November, because I really only order them once every 6 months. So yeah. Hey Torah. So yeah, we're going to take a look at that, and then we're going to get started with getting everybody their vitamins for the day. So here's a look at the things we take in the mornings. We take our moringa. And we all take that. I take B12 to help me with like any and being anemic, or honestly my hormones and my mental. And then I take my passion flower and lemon balm, which this is the last I had of it. I don't have any more left, but it does really good at keeping me focused, clear-minded, on top of not ingesting a lot of sugar, and calm. It helps me not feel overstimulated as a mom. So my princess Peyton has been doing such a good job of being a great helper. She's cleaning the table so that we can get ready for our Bible time. Jeremiah is picking up the seat and getting our Bibles together so that we can read our next chapter in the story of Ruth. Now, to be honest, the Bible time when Zay is not here can be a little chaotic because of Torah, and Judah just don't want to sit. He like literally fusses the entire time, but I'm not going to give up. We're going to go through it, and he's going to eventually grow up and learn. I might as well just sit down. So I'm telling everybody, put on their listening ears, and we're singing the listening ears song to make sure they're listening. Open up your listening ears, and they have a good time. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the story of Ruth. And Peyton is doing such a good job at reading, so I'll let her open up with reading the first couple of verses. Of course, Torah won't be still, and she won't let me comb her hair, but we ain't going nowhere, so it's okay. So let's get into our word with the children, and then we'll move on with the rest of our day. So after we finish our Bible time, I take this time to just talk to them, and I talk to Jeremiah how he's feeling about his studies. He did mention that he wants more of a hands-on science curriculum, so I'm going to take some time to look up something for him. He's a very, very smart child. He's very good at engineering, and he likes to touch things and build things, so I'm going to look at some kind of curriculum that helps him with that in science, and he wants more alone time when it comes to math, so I'm going to do that. Noah, he just want more one-on-one time, and he don't really want to be on the computer as often. And Miss Peyton says she's great with whatever she's doing. So it works out for all of us. So that's what we're going over at this point. So I pray that this video is helpful in any way. If anything, it'll definitely help me when I look back and know where I was in what era and what season, because these are all seasons that we're all going through. But honestly, all of this work, it may not have looked like a lot, but it was it took a lot of energy. And to be honest, I ate a biscuit and it brought me down. I don't know if it was like the sugar spike that I got from the biscuit, because I've only been doing a lot of protein. But your girl got sleepy, and I start to learn to listen to my body. So I just sat there, yawned, and I'm gonna put on some music in my ears, Tora, and I'm gonna just get myself together. And they don't mind because they like to have individual time to do what they want anyway. So I turned on a little show on the TV. I put a little music in my ear. I'm gonna look over the bill list because honey be wanting to know what these numbers looking like, and I'm gonna sit for a minute. So that is it for this Wednesday's video. I pray that this video finds you well. I pray that this video finds you inspired. I pray that this video finds you comforted, that there's somebody going through the same thing you're going through. But guess what? You can do it. I believe in you. And guess who believes in you and loves you even bigger? Oh yeah, the Most High. So Tora's coming in here. I'm going to just close this thing up. We're going to rest, and we'll get back up around lunchtime, make some lunch, and start again. And to the next time, guys, thank you for watching another Butler's Unboxed video. And I pray that you keep on loving and being a light. Shalom, guys. I got to get to Tora. She's ready to play. Bye.